Haha, I'm here. I have arrived. Alright, guys. Hello and welcome to another episode of Ultra-Dimensional Cyber Bunny Lunar with your fleet mistress and hostess, Luna. Hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday. I need to put my light actually over here. I am doing pretty well. I have pizza, so I'm going to be eating tonight. Um, Having a late, well, not really late for me, but having my dinner slash lunch, lunch, with you. As we go into more, Star Ocean remake. Welcome in, Admiral Krisnick. Hope you're doing well too. Um, all right. So last time
we can win this.
We better be careful.
Air slash. Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
So last time on Star Ocean, we got started on Claude's side, and Claude is a Earthling from Earth who, on a mission with his father Ronix from the last game, who is now 20 years older. He got into a kerfuffle with some ancient technology that transported him to a planet that may or may not be far away, to the planet of Expel, where he met Rena, a young Expellian who, as you can see, Expellian, human, who uses magic and martial arts in battle. She told us that she was adopted by her mother Wessa when she was very young, and she doesn't remember anything about it. She only has a mysterious pendant that keeps as a reminder of her actual parent. And she goes with Claude to investigate Sorcery Globe, in order to maybe find some more information about who her actual parents and her origin is. Claude is looking to find the Sorcery Globe in order to get back to his home and with his father. And so they both head from Arlia Village to the Kingdom of Cross Castle, in order to find out more information about the Sorcery Globe and get the King's blessing in their journey to El. And this is where we're going to continue. We're actually going to come back so we can do PAs. Press X to toggle grab actions. I love that you can do it within the town. We're gonna try to get close to. I also like they have it listed on the map. Very quality of life. Instead of just figuring it out between all the characters we will get. Oh, Claude, make yourself at home.
Oh, you scared me, Mr. Kenny. How long have you been there?
Just walked in.
I just came in.
Oh, I see.
What are you up to?
I was just reflecting back on the past a little.
What would you like us to tell?
What were you like when you were a kid, Rena?
Well, I was a pretty quiet child and very polite. I always did what my parents told me to do. What? Don't you believe me, Mr. Kenny?
It's just a little hard to swallow is all.
Well, I'm sorry if you don't believe me, Mr. Kenny.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, whoops. Sorry, Rena. Hey, Rena.
What's wrong, Rena?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking about my father.
I have to hand it to you, Rena. Losing your father must have been terrible, but you've been dealing with it so calmly.
Oh, not at all. I cried all the time back when it happened. What's your father like, Mr. Kenny?
My father? He's a great man, respected by everyone who knows him.
Wow, I'm jealous. He sounds wonderful. You must be really proud of him, Mr. Kenny.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Maybe too brilliant.
Admiral, we've entered orbit around planet Milokenia.
All right. Give me a surface scan.
This is an M-sized planet. Breathable E-type atmosphere. Looks like it's got a lot of ore deposits, especially chromium. I'm detecting life forms, but no evidence of sentient life.
The usual, then. I'll add the data to our star map.
Wait a minute, Admiral. There's a point on the surface that's turning up dark in the scan.
What do you mean? There's an energy field present. But why would there be one here? Do we know anything about this field?
Checking our database.
Guess they had to take Ilya off his crew after, you know,
No matches found.
conflict of interest and all.
All right, we'll have to land on Milokenia and check it out ourselves. Get us down as quickly as possible. Ensign Kenny, I'm appointing you to the landing party.
If I may, Admiral, my duty is to assist you at your command post, not to explore unknown planets.
I'm going down to Milokenia too, Ensign. You're coming with me.
Admiral, what if something happens to you down on the surface?
We're here to discover the unknown, to unlock the secrets of the universe. Who could ask for anything more? I'm just an old man who's too decrepit for the battlefield. Are you trying to deny me the last bit of fun I can have in my life?
Yes.
But sir... Never mind. Understood, Admiral.
Kurtzman, you take the bridge.
Be careful down there, sir.
Right, let's get moving.
whoa, I'm gonna count this. Oh my god. Yeah, this isn't in Rena's side. You get more information about like Claude if you play as side. And I think for this, I don't remember this being in the original, but to be fair, I only played like Claude's side once or twice. So my memory with his side isn't that clear, but I don't believe that this was a thing in the original. It's definitely not a thing on Rena's side. He just kind of like spaced out, and she's like, Mr. Claude. And he's like, yeah, well, blah, blah, blah. Seems to be about a set of twins that were separated at birth on different sides of a conflict. One being raised in a feudal lifestyle while the other was raised in modern time. No time travel, and people seem to be able to control supernatural beings called demons. The main character got a pair of demons at the end of the episode. Okay. What's the name of it? I heard the Emerald Kennedy is already 58 years old. I used to see an officer that age hasn't retired yet. Okay, I guess you guys just don't want to talk to me? Okay, never mind. Perhaps the Lizonians are responsible for that field. The ship is currently orbiting the planet Milokenia in Sector Gamma. Emerald Kennedy is waiting for you. Head for the transport room at once. It's really hard to do anything to get noticed these days, but with the Lizonians keeping a low profile. Whatever you do, protect Admiral Kennedy.
So tell me, what logical reason is there for Claude to be in the landing party?
Beats me. Probably dear old dad trying to prop up his son's service record.
Ah, too bad we all couldn't be the Admiral's son, right?
Poor Claude.
Well, nothing we can really do about it. Even someone like Admiral Ronix J. Kenny can't help but spoil the kid a little.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, so for Rena's side, you don't get to see all that.
No, nothing. The trip
5 or 6
took a lot
hours in the
longer than I
beginning
thought.
to save time later.
There's nobody around.
The castle looks like it's locked up too.
Oh man.
Let's stay at the inn for the night. We can visit the castle tomorrow.
Guess we'll just go to the end because we can't go anywhere else. Or leave.
Why, it's Rena! You've been quite a stranger lately.
Sorry I haven't been around, Aunt Rachel. How are things going?
Oh, as well as always, I'd say. Oh, found a new man, did you? Worrying Westa to no end, no doubt.
They say this, but like...
He's not my boyfriend.
But it's, like, it's so... Okay. Thinking about this now. They're always, even in the original they say this, but like... So, it must not be, like, weird for Rena to have, like, guys around her, or like... This is what this is implying, at least. Or, like, have guys that she introduced to, either her mom or somebody, because everyone has said this. They're not been like, oh wow, you got a boyfriend, have you? Like, you know, like this is their first time. They tell her, they're not acting in a surprised way. They're just kind of like, oh, another guy you got, huh, Rena? Like, kind of thing. So it's just like, you know, that's a little aspect of Rena that's just kind of like, has escaped me in my other playthroughs, or it's just kind of like, They don't seem surprised that she has a guy. They're just kind of like, oh, you got another man around you, huh? Another boyfriend, huh? You know, so yeah.
Well, you didn't have to
You
shout
have to
like
start
that.
like that. You didn't have to say it so quickly. Poor Claude.
Huh?
You didn't have to deny it so
another-
fast.
Well, you're in luck. I've got a lovely vacant room just for the two of you. How about I let you stay there for the night? On the house.
Are you sure that's okay?
Oh, nothing but the best for my niece on her special night.
Yep, came all the way out here just so we can bang.
I told you already, it's not like that at all. I swear.
Not at all, huh?
Come to think of it, Mr. Flack paid a visit to town a couple of weeks earlier.
Yes. Yes.
Diaz was here?
But he left soon afterwards. Not that he had any particular destination in mind.
I see.
Big brother Diaz?
Well, make yourselves comfy.
Thank you so much, Aunt Rachel.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Take care of Rena for me, all right?
Yes, of course. By the way, I couldn't help but wonder, who's Mr. Flack?
You mean Diaz?
She mentioned the name earlier, so I was just curious.
His full name's Diaz Flack. He used to live in Arlia like me. Something terrible happened to him, though, a long time ago, and because of that, he left the village.
Well, I'll try to avoid the subject then.
Thanks.
Do you mind if I make one request, though?
Just call me Claude.
What is it?
You really don't have to call me Mr. Kinney. It just makes me feel weird when I call you Rena.
Okay, I'll remember that from now on.
Well, let's get ready for bed then. It's getting late.
Looks like it. Good night, Claude.
Good night, Rena.
Guys, just sleep in your full body clothes, huh?
Well, how did things go?
How did things go? Had a pretty good sleep there, Auntie.
We had a great night's sleep, Aunt Rachel. Thanks for asking.
It's not what I meant.
Oh, you know that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Wait a minute, 3 eyes?
He had 3 eyes.
So, you're forced to see that for Ernest. And that's like the trigger in order to get him and Opera. Who we're only getting Opera. Because we aren't going to do all of Ernest's quest in order to meet him at later on in the game. Because we're going to try to take his girl. And teach Rena a lesson for later. Citizens want advice from the king. Visit there every day. Wow, the king was a pretty close with subjects then.
This is the front desk for the audience chamber.
This is the place. I'll write our names in for you.
I see you're here on behalf of Mayor Regis of Alia.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
I am.
I'd like to have an audience as soon as possible, if I may.
Very well. If you could kindly wait until I make the arrangements.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome to look around the castle until the time comes.
That would be great. Thank you. We're in, Claude.
Whoa, we gotta talk to all these people.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Because they haven't seen each other for like a couple weeks before that.
Remember to be careful.
Pardon me.
It is an honor, Your Majesty.
Ah, it's you, Rena. It has been a long time, hasn't it?
Sounds like summer. Yeah,
I
yeah.
recognize you. You've
Pretty
grown to be
bad.
even more beautiful than what I've heard from Regis.
I'm glad to see you in good spirits, sire.
Because also, Rosaria doesn't do anything to be bad to you or anything. Every time you speak to her, she talks to you and she's nice to you, whatever. So it's even makes you feel even worse when it's just kind of like, well, she didn't do anything and she didn't even get mad even at when you literally ruined her marriage and embarrassed her. She just kind of like, okay, all right, and she like walks out with like grace and you're like, okay, well, whatever, this is not happening and whatever's going on, like I don't want to be part of it. And it's just like, wow, it just makes you feel bad. Even though it's a special ending for those two, it's just like, and even in the special ending, it's basically being like, Celine being like, I just can't be Captain. Yeah, we got married, but I still plan on like being a treasure hunter and going out. So she's kind of like Catwoman, you know, in that way from Batman. And she's just like, I can't just be trapped in here to be the future queen or anything. So like, I'm still gonna be an adventurer. And he's like, but you can't get hurt. He's not like he goes out to adventure with her. He's just like, you gotta come back and, you know, make sure you don't get hurt and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh my gosh. And it's just like, what was the purpose of all that? What was the purpose? You got crown jewels and everything here, but no. I gotta go out and be a tomb raider. I could never just settle down here. Cloyther, and it's just like, oh. And it just kind of like, was the humiliation really needed for this?
Oh, there's no need for formalities, Rena. What can I do for you today?
Yes, sire. We have begun to conduct an investigation into the sorcery globe. As part of that, we were wondering if Your Majesty could give us whatever information on the globe and its properties that you currently possess.
Heavens, you're the one conducting this investigation?
Yes, sire, and we are treating the job with as much resolve and determination as it deserves.
Well, if that be the case, then it wouldn't do to hold anything back from you.
Ask about what? You can see that Selena's right there in the corner. But also you can see that the guards are pretty useless because if she was a spy or anything, I guess
I don't need to remind you of
we just let her in.
volcanic
It's fine,
eruptions
it's
that
cool.
occurred worldwide lately. However, the exact cause of this activity remains a total mystery.
I guess, you know, being a cute mage.
Have you given any
Helps.
thought to the idea that the sorcery globe is behind all this?
Well, without some kind of evidence to back up that theory, it is difficult to be 100% sure about anything.
100. Ask about what? The current state of L.
I hear that people and monsters are fighting a pitched struggle in El Kingdom territory at present. Unfortunately, few details have been given on the scope of the battle or the number of casualties incurred as a result.
Oh,
There are, but they have been strictly regulated. Wild rumors have a way of spreading quickly during wartime, needless to say.
Tell me about the sorcery globe.
I'm afraid we know very little about the machinations of the sorcery globe ourselves. Or rather, it would be more accurate to say we know nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Haven't you sent a team to investigate it?
I have, but unfortunately, any hope for their return seems to have perished at this point. To sum up the current situation, despite all our best efforts, we have failed to obtain even a trace of information about the sorcery globe.
I see.
That's why we've decided to enlist the help of any willing adventurers in the area.
That explains all of the adventurers we saw in town.
I hardly need to remind you, Rena, that your investigation into the sorcery globe is an extremely dangerous endeavor. If it were up to me, I would sincerely suggest that you call off this investigation immediately.
Don't worry, I'll be all right.
I have Mr. Claude
I have
with me.
Mr. Kenny on my side here.
Oh, so you have that much faith in his strength. In any case, it looks like you could do with some better equipment.
Here, His Majesty has granted you a travel permit, along with a small parting gift.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
But Your Majesty!
Please, take it. It's a perfectly fitting payment for helping us root out the cause of this cataclysm.
Thank you so much, Your Majesty.
If you're traveling to the El Kingdom, the interim transport ship departing from Kurik would be best.
We appreciate your generous support, Your Majesty.
I feel like they translated the places a little better too.
I hardly even opened my mouth.
And Kurik was click at first.
It's not just you. Even I felt like I had butterflies in my stomach.
What is the meaning of this? I believe I procured this fair and square.
What the hell are you talking about, lady? You practically stole it from me!
Stole? Exactly when did I partake in something anywhere even close to stealing?
Enough of your crap! Hand it over or you're dead!
Wait a minute. I can't just let this go on.
Claude?
Hmm?
Who the hell's this little brat?
Hey, you! That's no way to speak to a lady, you know.
What was that?
Let's be a little more civilized here, all right?
Are you talking to me, kid?
You talking to me?
If I recall correctly, you were gonna fight me, not this little boy.
Little. Does Claude look little to you?
Little.
If you want to pick a fight, you'd best choose your opponents more carefully. Not that I'm particularly enthralled with getting in a fight over something I didn't do.
Oh, hey, I need to fix this. Hello! How are you, Rag? Give me a second.
That taught him something.
Mm.
I must thank you, my boy. You were quite the courageous
Oh,
one.
Raiders! I am LunarRabbot, and we're playing some Star Ocean Sex Story Remake. I do retro and variety
Struck a
games,
chord inside of me.
mostly on the
Truly
weekends.
brilliant.
I also do little cozy games at night, on Sunday nights for now.
It
Welcome
was
in.
nothing.
Yeah, fix that. That's my thing.
You're blushing, Claude.
By the way, are you the couple who had an audience with the king earlier?
There we go.
How'd you know that?
I just happened to be on a tour of the castle at the time, and I overheard some guards gossiping about two people who got special permission to jump ahead in the king's schedule.
Hello, Cannibal Maestro. Hello, sweetheart demon.
And you realized that was us?
I wondered what made that pair so special, so I sneaked into the throne room to find out for myself.
Yeah, they have terrible security.
That's impressive.
It's really not, because she was right in front of
I have
the
some information that I
guard.
believe you will appreciate.
Sorry, Celine. You're gonna
Without going
search your
into
own
too
stuff.
many details, I just happened to get my hands on this map from an auction that I attended not long ago. Supposedly, this map shows the way to an ancient treasure hidden inside a certain cave.
Ooh.
Would you be interested in joining me as I explore the cave?
We really don't have time to go treasure hunting right now.
Yeah, we are on an important mission that the king
Are
sent
you
us
sure?
on.
You might uncover a hint or two related to your own goal. Well, would you like to come along?
So, you have two instances to reject Celine, this being the first instance, and you're just not gonna go with any that she says, because we're on an important mission, and we don't have time to be like whatever she wants me to do right now. And then you have the second time, where after you go on a mission with her, to also reject her if you don't want her in the party. Most of the characters in the game are like this, where you do get a trial period with them. Not all characters, but a lot of them. Where you get to play them and before you commit to having them in your party long term. Which is a step over... Well, I can't even say that, because for Sias, it was the same way. So we are going to actually go with her, because without Celine, the cave that she takes you to, you cannot access the last room in it without going with her first.
An ancient treasure. Maybe it'll provide me with some leads. Sounds like fun. I'll take the offer.
Ah, I knew you'd come around.
Plus, it also gives us NTR
My name is Celine
points
Jules.
against
I'm a treasure
Rena.
hunting enthusiast. Now then, let me show you the map one more time.
To get back at her for pretty much denying my existence in the hotel.
See this? First, we'll set off for the Cross Cave, which lies east of Cross.
Cross Cave? You mean that natural cave? Everyone knows that place.
Oops, sorry. I think it's just so freaking annoying. Alright.
Yes.
Indeed, it's the very one.
I would have thought that anything worth excavating in there was long gone by now.
Well, supposedly this map just recently came to light for the first time.
For the first time.
Wow.
Right. Let's make sure we have all the equipment we need before we depart.
I could get used to having you two around.
I'm not feeling very good about this.
Did you say something?
Me? No. Let's go.
Oh yeah, I forgot to add missions in here. As you can see, we got Celine in our party, but we didn't get the whole fanfare of her being in the party. Like, we don't get that. And as you can see, she's tagged as a guest, meaning that she will leave at a certain point. Dead end. Did we make the wrong turn somewhere? Looks like it. All there is a weird rock formation. Odd. The map says there's supposed to be a treasure room up ahead. So this is where... You think that's a fake? So if you don't have Celine in your party, this is where you will always just end up. And then in dungeon, if you just do everything in the dungeon, grab everything else, you can't get past this without Celine. Specifically. So yeah, this is why we bring her along, so we can just open up the passage, get the boss fight, and then we're gonna kick her out. Oh, it couldn't be. No, that's not right. By the way, Rena, I noticed that you use healing magic. How do those work? That's not a symbology. I don't know, I honestly couldn't tell you. I just woke up one day and I could cast them. Yeah, she says it's not a, yeah. She said symbology is only offensive. There are no, like, classes of healing within it, which, you know, has later been reneged, because we do get healing for, like, you know, Star Ocean 4, or Last Hope, and Star Ocean 1 also had, like, Millie using healing. So yeah. So I'm assuming it's just Expel specifically is the clue here. Expel doesn't have healing symbols. Everybody who uses magic in Expel or symbologists in Expel are all offensive magic users. So, oh, I didn't know. And Mora, how are you? How have you been? It's been a long time. This map was expensive too. And Mora! There we go. I'm doing pretty well, thanks for asking. I'm glad you're doing well too. Should we search for another path? I suppose we'll have to. Lee, would you mind if I had a look at a map? Isn't there something in here? It's kind of small, but I think it's talking about spells or something. You're right, it's pretty faded, but it's definitely there. Why don't we do it as Sense then? We might as well give it a shot. But yeah, that was meant to tell you that, like, Rena is different. Or she's not from here. We did it! Let's go! We don't really need this. How's life been treating you? It's been a while since I've seen you. Damn it! Stupid gamer instincts!
Bingo! Here it is.
I wanted to get the other ones first.
This is it?
What is that thing?
Some kind of ancient text. Not that I can read it or anything, though.
How sad. This is beyond my deciphering.
Mario movie.
I guess
That
we have
sounds
no
good.
choice but to take this back to my home and consult with the elder.
Find a linguist. Otherwise, we've hit a dead end.
A cunning linguist. I'm doing great. I wanted to see the Mario movie for my birthday, but it was only in like the premium areas, and I was like, I'm not paying extra tickets, extra money for like to see it in 3D. I don't want to see it in 3D. I want to see it in normal D. So it's like I didn't get to see it yet. I'm thinking about going tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow evening before stream. But yeah. Thank you, Mora. But other than that, I've been working mostly. Just recently switched jobs, so I'm trying to deal with that and been able to stream more because of it. So that's good. And I'm just trying to get settled with that. Saving money so I can move this year too. Save till both credits end. Okay, thank you for the tip. But yeah, other than that, trying to just get things on, saving up for moving, and yeah, moving and what is the other one? Procedure that I want as well. Medical procedure. But yeah.
Very true.
Pretty good. Doing pretty great. A double A device. They have batteries here? Leticia Jewel? Oh, Leticia. I already got her though. At least I should have already, Leticia. Also, spoilers. Gosh. I wanted to get the other ones before we got to that one. I forget which one of these is the thing. One of these is a trap. And I always forget which one it is. I always want to be like, oh, I think this is a trap, and I think it ends up being this one. No, I was right this time. What the? This treasure's chest empty. Shriek?
Be careful.
There's no way around it, I guess.
Air meteor bomb.
I like how the back of the background here kind of spoils it too, because everything else is closed but the first one. Assuming that's the one you got first because this is the first time you're playing it and you don't know it's a trap. Even though your gamer stinks should have told you that that was going to be a trap because they gave you a save point here. That heals you, by the way. Alright. Celine, thanks for your, whatever that you just did. Thank you. We appreciate you. However, we are kicking you out the party because this is just too many people. You know, not to be like rude or anything, but yeah, I should have did her PA when she was with us, but I forgot. We're just gonna go back to there, but and get rid of her. Here you can make her permanent if you like, but we're not. Sorry, Celine.
You two have been a lot of help to me, so let me thank you both.
Oh, you don't have to.
Our little expedition didn't turn up anything on the sorcery globe, though.
This is new. So it was the sorcery globe that you two have been fussing about.
That's right. And that's why we wanted to travel to the L Kingdom.
But the M Kingdom.
Say, would you like to join us, Celine?
Claude?
No.
Well, I just thought that your
Celine.
symbology could be a real asset to us on the trail.
You're a real ass. You have some real assets, Celine.
I could certainly give it some
That's what
thought.
I meant to say.
Really?
Certainly. As in whether or not the pretty lady over there is okay with it, of course.
Oh, you're trying to put me on the spot? Trying to put Rena on the spot? You know what? No. No. Because why would you do that?
Now that I think about it, I think we'll be better off by ourselves.
I feel bad about, like, kicking people out the party, but hey.
Well, that's a shame. In that case, farewell. Thank you again for all your help.
And you never see Celine again.
Goodbye.
Well, it's probably for the better.
Yeah, she just took off with the ancient text, though. I'm glad she thanked us, but it's too bad we couldn't get more out of this.
Ah, I didn't even notice that.
Oh well, let's go catch that ship leaving Kuruk.
Can't believe she just used us. It's Pixie in this one? Pixie, whatever the heck. You have to see this cutscene.
You must leave this town at once. A great storm of destruction is on its way towards Kuruk at this very moment.
So, one of the things that trolls you in this game is this cutscene. If you don't do this PA now, at this moment, while you're here, you are locked out of, like, the hard mode fight of the last boss. And this is like, what, 2-3 hours in the game. So yeah, if you don't see it now, you don't get the option to fight a hard version of the boss or anything. Or get, like, the second PA that kind of explains who she is and everything else. The only troll moment in the game.
What's going on here?
She's claiming that Kuruk is about to be completely destroyed, and that the only way to survive is to get away from the town right now.
There is still time to act. Please, you must begin evacuating at once. There is not much time left, I beg you. Please, you must believe me.
It also gives you extra dialogue with the final boss if you do this cutscene too, and then activate the unlimited version of them. You get, like I said, you get more backstory on who this character is if you do this one simple PA.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Doctors hate this one simple trick.
Poor girl. Something must have gone loose in her head.
This is also the only time you can, like, steal Bryce Bracelet Farmer, which was called Mischief in the original game. In the original game, though, you only have one chance to steal from people, so you would save scum in order to do it. Here, they allow you to do it multiple times if you have this item here, and you can just try it to your heart's content. The only thing that gets consequence is, you know, your people. Don't like you for being a thief? Why would they not like you? I don't understand that. But yeah. And then you just use this. Hey, relax, lady. And you should just grab everything. And the other one is just like, it's a very small chance if you wanted to get it at that point. Mischief and like the chest that you could steal later on in Mars. Very small chance to get it, so sometimes you might be taking hours just to get this one thing. But all it does is it's the same thing as the Pixie bracelet, which is the upgraded version of it. But the Sprite bracelet is just you walk and you get items, which is good in the beginning because you can get a chance to get like stuff to sell, gives you more money, etc. Blah blah blah. So it's a good idea to try to get to it and still save some if you can, because having free items saves you money for later on stuff.
You getting on? I'll need to see a permit, please.
You mean this?
Well, I'll be damned. You actually got a real travel permit.
Have people been giving you fake travel permits the entire time?
We got it from the king.
Wow, I would have never guessed from the way you look.
What is that supposed to mean, sir?
So when is this ship departing?
We'll be shoving off whenever they finish loading the cargo.
I'll shove you off.
Oh, not too long then.
I can't be too sure of that. Tell you what, we'll wait up for you. So why don't you come back later? You know, poke around town a bit.
Okay.
Wait till the king hears about this.
Well, we've got some time. How about we have a seat on that bench? Ow!
Little brat.
He just came out of nowhere.
That was really rude of him. He could have at least apologized. Huh?
What's wrong, Claude?
Hey! My wallet's missing!
What?
That kid must have stolen it.
I don't know. I might have dropped it somewhere.
We need to find that kid first. What did he look like again?
He was pretty small, and I think he had blue hair.
All right, let's have a look around town.
Oh, we gonna find you, kid. As you can see here, he steals all your money. In this case, all 2 million of it. Catil is usually playing by himself in the bar. Isn't that Catil? The one who's always playing by himself?
Ha! Finally gotcha!
What are you doing? Let me go!
How about you giving us back the wallet you stole first?
Oh no!
What are you talking about? I didn't steal no wallet.
He's gonna lie to me? You gonna lie to my face like this, kid?
You better not be lying.
Claude. It's okay if you don't know what we're talking about, but if you do know something about it, it would be really nice of you if you can tell us, okay? You know, if we don't have any money, then we'll be stuck here and we won't be able to continue our journey. You haven't seen any wallets lying around on the ground or anything, have you?
That's all you have?
Whoa, you're traveling? But you didn't have enough money in your...
So it was you!
Don't scare him like that, Claude. Listen, we aren't angry at you, okay? Just tell us what you were gonna do with the money. Was there something you wanted to buy?
I can get anything I want already.
I'm a little brat.
So why then?
I just wanted to play a trick on you.
I have no friends, you see.
Huh?
And this is the best way to get it.
I'm not some sheltered rich kid, okay? I'm a big macho sailor and I can do anything I want. Guess I showed you, didn't I?
Sure, kid.
So
Whatever
that's
you
why
say.
you stole the wallet?
Nobody ever wants to play with me. They think I'm too rich and stuck up to be with them.
I think you have like...
Oh, brother.
This guy stinks.
Well, now I understand.
It's 180
We get
there.
a wallet back for starters.
Nobody wants to play with me. I don't need anybody. I'm strong and big. Might want to get
Now,
diagnosed with
what
something. Kid.
next? I know. Why don't you guide us around Kuruk until our ship departs? I promise we won't tell on you.
Alright, there's an ad coming for 5 minutes. At that point, I'm
We're
gonna
new
take
in
a small
town,
break
so
myself
we'd like
too.
someone who knows this place well to show us around. You know what I mean?
Good idea, Claude.
So you want me to be your tour guide?
Yes.
Could you?
Would I?
Sure, I'll do it. It sounds like fun.
My name's Rena. What's yours?
Kettle.
And I'm Claude. Good to meet you.
All right, off we go then.
You got it. Leave it to me.
It's unlisted, I don't know why. But this tells you a little bit more about his home life. Hello, Master Kid. I'm calling Catil. What do you want today? I'm talking to these people. I'm taking these people on a tour around Quick. Hello. Really? Would you need any help, Master Catil? Oh, Claude. What's going on here? Master Catil has apparently been showing these people around, correct? They wouldn't be attempting to kidnap my son by chance, would they? Excuse me? Why else would anybody want to spend any time with my little Catil? Why can't you see there are other reasons people might want to hang around him? Well, I can't imagine what those other reasons might be. Your luggage is all packed now, ma'am. Good, I'll be leaving in the next few minutes. Catil, darling, you must remember that you are the heir to this family. You must learn to refrain from taking part in such frivolous activity. What's our problem? Claude, she's still his mother. Master Catil, please stay safe. Your mother always tells me to keep a better eye on you. Well, your guys are doing a terrible job. And we can go to, like, other places if you want with him. He'll have comments for it, but we're not, because it's not important.
Kettle!
Okay.
Hey kids, would you mind playing with Kettle for a while?
Kettle? Aw, man.
That guy sucks.
I don't want to play with some rich kid.
Oh, come on. That's no reason to say no.
But that's what my mom told me. She said don't play with that rich kid.
My mommy said the same thing, too. But what does being rich have to do with who you play with?
Kettle's been wanting to play with all of you for a long time. Don't you think that's what's important?
Kettle? You really want to play with us?
Yeah, I do.
Then let's be friends. I always wanted to play with you, too.
I was kind of wondering what you were like too, Kettle.
Well, great. Come on, Kettle. Go have some fun with them.
But what about you guys?
Don't worry about us. We've got to catch a ship to get on with our journey.
Thanks.
Kettle, over here!
Haha, yeah!
It's nice seeing children play together, isn't it?
I didn't realize you had a gentle side to you, Claude.
Anyway, we'd better get back to the business at hand.
Shall we get going?
At this point, anything you want to do and click, do it now. This is the point of no return. Game doesn't tell you this, but yeah. Or at least for being here. But yeah, basically, save beforehand just in case you forgot to do something. But yeah, I mean, you talk to him. This is basically it.
You again. I think we're about to shove off.
Really?
Yep, sorry to keep you waiting. I got one more piece of cargo to load up, so if you got anything to buy or check up on one last time, go do it now.
Got it.
And we don't. So we're gonna talk to him again. Actually, no. You don't talk to him again, you go back and then that's when it, like, happens. There we go.
You feel that?
I do your thing, blah blah blah. You try to go save or anything at this point, and this is when everything happens, so.
Help! Honey! Honey!
Let's get out of here.
See, Grandpa. Grandma. Our youth prevails. Yeah, you talk to people. I talk to you. Oh, Tria, please save us all. Please save us all. That earthquake must have been right below us. First the earthquake, and now this tidal wave. It's the end of Keurig. Yeah, they didn't do the tidal wave for it. And the original, I don't know why they didn't make a tidal wave because you don't even see it in this one. But in the original, they have the earthquake and the screen shakes and everything. But then once you get to the top, you also get a cutscene of like a huge tidal wave wiping everything else out. I don't know why they cut it for this. My shop, oh my shop. Oh, my treasures got taken away by that wave. That huge wave cat out of nowhere took everything away. Thank God I managed to save all my limited edition kidney comics. Why did this happen to us? And Catilla is safe.
Kettle! There you are.
Hey, mister!
Where are your friends?
I could only find one of them.
Oh. What about your mother? How's she doing?
The lady of the house was out of town when the earthquake struck. She should be fine.
Well, I hope so.
Mister?
Hmm?
I'm glad you're okay, too.
No.
Thanks.
Yeah, so the girl is gone. Glad you're alright, Claude. Hope his mother's alright. Oh dear, has anyone seen my husband? And the husband didn't make it either. Old man didn't make it from up here. That earthquake killed my entire crew. It's a miracle I managed to survive. My crepe shop, gone forever. So yeah, the little girl didn't make it, who was over there. And the old couple got separated too.
Are you okay, Captain?
Yeah, nothing short of a miracle, actually. But my crew's gone, save for that guy over there.
That was quite a shock, I have to say. That bizarre wind and then that horrible rumbling.
So what are you going to do now?
A whole lot of nothing is what I'm gonna do. Can't do much without a ship.
He is a ship captain, after all.
Let me give you a word of advice, though. You know I'm not the only way to get to L, right?
Oh?
Nope. First off, let me give you your royal travel permit back. Now take that permit with you to the Liqueur continent. If you ask the king over there nicely, I bet he can arrange for a ship to take you to L.
Liqueur?
Kind of out of your way, I know. But if you ask me, that's your best bet. You'll need to go through Harley first, though. That's a port city on the eastern edge of Cross.
So first to Harley.
You'll know you're going the right way if you see a village called Mars. Kurik's kind of out of the picture right now, so Mars is going to be the best place to stock up and get a good night's sleep before the voyage.
Mars. Got it.
Early?
You still seriously want to go to L after all this? You guys must be crazy.
Crazy like a fox. Anyway, thanks. Don't know. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my god! Imagine if a cute girl like me had been kidnapped instead of those poor children. Group of bandits have been taking our children hostage in the forest of symbols. Swordsman visited this village earlier today. I thought he might be able to give us a hand, so I took him to the mayor's home. Seems like there's some trouble brewing in this brewery here. The bandit boss is demanding a huge ransom, but I don't know if we can afford it. Oh, what should we do? I'm taking away our children. Strange, the children should at the very least know how to cast fireballs. How do they all get kidnapped so easily? Because the Candyman came. Made the world taste like rainbows. I'm always in a hurry, but my body will keep up with me. Not my mind anymore. Huh. Well, I guess we'll see, like, what's going on here. You can't get any rest or anything. stuff happening.
Claude!
Oh, hey,
Oh, Celine. What are you doing here?
That's a funny thing to ask. This is the village where I live.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But enough about me. You've arrived at our time of greatest need.
What do you mean?
Please, have a seat and we'll explain everything. Elder, I am familiar with this swordsman. He's a powerful fighter to have on our side.
Ah, wonderful. A sign that luck has smiled upon us.
You still haven't told me what's going on yet, Celine.
Yeah, Celine, you're just volunteering me into
Please,
stuff that I
allow
don't
me
know.
to explain.
Yes, Father.
Sometime last evening, every child in the village simply vanished, as if they were rubbed out of existence. As we scrambled to form a search party, this man here came back from the Forest of Symbols with a disturbing message.
I was by myself in the forest at the time, practicing my symbology. Then all of a sudden, a bandit appeared before me. I steeled myself for battle, but he simply stood there and told me this before he disappeared into the woods.
Yeah, that's odd.
Our boss has your children. If you want them back, bring us 500,000 foal and the secret book.
What's this secret book he's talking about?
We cannot reveal specifics, but it is a book that describes the unique form of symbology passed down through the generations in this village.
When we heard the story, we were all at a loss as to what to do. Not only did we learn that our children were kidnapped, but that bandits were encroaching on the Forest of Symbols.
The forest has been protected for ages by holy symbols etched into the land itself, repulsing the wicked and evil-hearted. If they have broken through that barrier, then we must face a dire reality. Our enemy is more powerful than any that has come before.
So what about the children?
According to a second messenger, the children are being held by the bandits deep inside the forest. He said that until we fulfill their demands, they'll stay exactly where they are. We don't know anything else about the children.
The Forest of Symbols is a special training ground for us symbologists. Furthermore, its landscape and terrain make it a natural fortress difficult to penetrate.
If it were simply a pack of bandits we were dealing with, it would take no more than a small team to dispatch them.
But the lives of our children are at stake. We can ill afford to make any rash moves. They may be simple bandits, but they have proven at least strong enough to break the barrier protecting the Forest of Symbols. Their defeat would mean nothing if the children were to be caught in the carnage.
So there's pretty much nothing we can do.
We haven't been sitting here simply twiddling our thumbs. One of our search team has already discovered the location of the bandit hideout. With that information in hand, all we need now is a way to rescue the children.
Oh, so you're set then?
We are, but as I mentioned earlier, we fear that to act by ourselves would prove to be insufficient. Fate has brought us a master swordsman. We thought we could ask him to join us in our rescue effort.
Diaz?
Rena?
You know this man, Rena?
Yes, we come from the same village. Is this the swordsman you're talking about?
That he is. There are few fighting men in this world who haven't heard the name Diaz Flack.
You have nothing to worry about then. Diaz is the strongest swordsman in the world. He could kill the whole group by himself.
Diaz has agreed to our request. He said it would make a good warm-up for the upcoming liqueur armory contest.
Really?
But I have to say, his conditions are a tad unreasonable.
He is number one.
How so?
Little sister.
He wants to go in by
Well,
himself,
number two, little sister,
without
actually.
anybody else helping him.
I have trouble swallowing that part myself. If we are going to rely on the whims of an outsider, surely we must assign some guards to him at the very least.
Oh no, you can totally trust Diaz. I know him really well. He's an honest man, and as a fighter, no one can even come close.
I'd prefer to have someone more experienced than you to speak on his behalf, young lady.
Call me what you will, but I don't really feel like babysitting a bunch of people who are going to be nothing but a burden to me.
Of all the rude things to say. Didn't you hear what I said? I said that it was time for me to show off the fruits of my training.
This isn't a game, kid. If I team up with someone who thinks it is, we're doomed to fail. I'm done here. If you need me, I'll be back at the inn.
They changed this up too.
Oh, you think he's right, don't you? Let me tell you, Father, I'm going to save those kids whether you like it or not.
In the second story, he says something to the extent of like, we had things going on just fine in here, and we had an agreement before this woman, speaking of Celine, came in here and changed all the plans. So if you don't need me, if you don't need my help, then we're done, and I'm just gonna go and leave and do my own thing. Is what he says in the PlayStation 1 version. And so Celine is mad but his tone is harsher than that. You know, he's like this woman, you know, he's like this little girl or whoever comes in here and changes everything. You just listen to some unexperienced little girl who comes here and changes all our plans. My time is not needed, and I'm just gonna leave. At which point he walks out like this still too. Before he leaves the Lisa and Rena scenario, he stops and he says, "Oh, Rena, you grown up. I barely recognized you." And then he continues to walk. So they changed this out for whatever reason, because he's supposed to come off as like very no nonsense. And Selena, is upset, and she's like, "We'll just prove to him that we can do it. We didn't need him anyway." Blah blah blah. Because her attitude in that one is just she's very cocky. And overconfident, basically. She's very flirty in it too. So they kind of, I guess, subdued their personalities a little bit here, I noticed.
I know how you feel, Celine, but...
And then this is where...
Besides, there's more than one swordsman here in the village.
Now this is where Rena is like, I think I can convince him. I want to go see him, blah blah blah, and then she runs after him. Then no, Diaz is good, I can convince him to try to fight for you guys. He probably didn't mean any of that. Excuse me. And that's where she runs off. And this is where they separate. This is where they have their own specific parts of the story yet again, for each of their sides.
Rena.
I have yet to see hide nor hair of Rena. I guess she's still visiting with Diaz. Do you really think he wants to take all of them on by himself?
Sure looks that way to me. He's certainly confident enough of his chances anyway.
Ugh. What could the Elder be thinking? I cannot believe he still wants that person to do this.
Such a rude man to do this.
Come on, Claude. Let's give him a piece of our mind.
Here's what she says.
Okay.
What? Aren't you interested? I've already convinced my father.
I think they retranslated it with like more nuance.
You're late. Did that man do something to you?
For some of the lines.
Listen, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but I want to have DS join our group.
What are you talking about?
Well, maybe more nuance. I feel like they translated it so it's less direct, because the original was kind of like more transliterated than anything. I think this one has more you know, natural speak to it, maybe. Even though I still prefer the actual scene beforehand, because I feel like it was more heated than it was. I think if you have Celine in your party, that's probably the difference, because at that point, when I'm in there, that could have been the difference too. Usually I have Celine in the party when we get here, and she says pretty much the same thing. And then that's when he's like, you have these people just come in. She comes in, she ruins and everything, our discussion that was already had and everything else, and she ruins it, so you go up there. So that might be the difference. I've never had it where Celine wasn't in the party, so this could just be, you know, what it was in the original. I think we played the original to see what happens if she's not in the party, and if that's still the case, right? Because it might be the same thing, might be the same sort of concept, except he's probably a lot more rude, because he's still like not as rude as he's in the original game. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go see to double check. But I know if you have Celine in the party, he says that, and he walks out, and he acknowledges Rena in there.
I asked DS, and he promised me that he would fight alongside us.
But this is pretty much the same way, just translated a little
Well, it
better.
only makes sense that he'd listen to the cute girl next door instead of everyone else.
This cute little sister type instead of everybody else. Of course, he listens to somebody as cute as you, is what she says originally.
That wasn't the issue here. I'm telling you, he's a first-class swordsman. He'd be a huge asset to us out there.
He said, it's not like that. I can vouch for how good he is with his sword, blah, blah, blah. We're like siblings.
What do you think, Claude?
And Claude gets jealous.
He said he could do it all by himself. What's the point of having him along then?
And Rena
How
gets
could you
upset.
say something like that?
Well, it's true, isn't it? Besides, do we really even need him?
Huh. Well, I guess I'm going with DS then.
And at this point, she's
Rena.
like, I might not need it, but I need Diaz.
Maybe you don't need him, Claude, but I do.
Yeah, so they just translate it clearer rather than it being
Oh, well.
transliterated.
Let her do what she wants. The plan is set to go underway tomorrow. We should make any preparations we need and return to the Elder's house.
So what? You don't need me?
Poor Claude. It's okay, Claude. This is why we're gonna get back at her. She wants to cuck us and put us in the chair? No, she'll be in the chair in the future. Isn't that right, Celine? You know you're not coming with us. But still. We be sleeping already? Yep.
Now remember, the safety of the children is the #1 priority in this operation. Do not forget that.
We'll keep guard in the village while you're gone, sir.
And don't you get into any trouble either. Understand?
Of course not. Right, Claude? Claude?
Sorry, I was just thinking about Rena
Yeah, definitely.
and what Diaz might be doing to her at this particular
Listen, don't you
moment.
think we should have had them along too?
If they wanted us, they would have waited for us.
I suppose they just have their own way of doing things.
Surely they're planning to take all the credit by getting a head start on us.
This isn't a race, Celine. If you do run into them in the forest, I want you all to work together.
Yes, of course, Elder.
You'll need these boots to cross the bog inside the forest. Otherwise, parts of it will be totally impassable.
Thank you very much, Elder.
We will have good news for you when we return. I promise. Look at you, Claude. Still stuck on what Rena said before.
Huh?
You spend the night with them, though. What did they do? What did they do? Alright, we're gonna finish this
Time to get
dungeon.
on with it. Can't have Rena and that guy get all the glory now, can we?
I don't need you to remind me.
And then we'll finish up the stream. What a gloomy forest. Feels like I get lost if I wasn't paying attention.
Who the hell are you? You bring us the money?
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't look like you brought us Jack.
Nah, I'm Claude.
You've got it wrong there.
What do you mean?
You'll see after I beat you down.
What's that?
Here they come! That's one for us.
Way too weak.
The power!
Very nice.
Well, silly, you know, you're way too weak. I'm carrying you. Very glad.
Put up more of a fight than I thought.
I'm glad you're cute.
Don't tell me you've had enough already.
You kidding me?
Party's over, kids. We've had enough of your crap.
You just was over there. You guys weren't over there.
We can't be causing that much trouble.
Then it must be your friends, and you're gonna pay for them.
We don't have any friends. Be careful. There's no way around. Got you.
Don't say that about yourself, Claude.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
What kind of crap could Rena and DS be pulling out here?
Don't look at me.
Oh, there you are.
What?
Aren't you supposed to be guarding the Elder's house?
I've taken care of things over there, so I thought I'd go into the forest.
Have you found the children?
Well, I hope so.
So all the bandits have been tracked down and killed then?
Oh, not at all.
Huh?
In fact, they've never been healthier.
What are you trying to say?
The only person getting killed around here is your father.
My father?
You didn't.
You put far too much trust in your friends. It was a trifling matter to disguise myself as one of your friends and steal the book.
You're the boss of the bandits. How dare you lay hands on my father?
You fiend! Taking advantage of us. I'm gonna make you pay for this.
So be it. Allow me to reveal my true self.
We can win this.
The enemy is it?
Hope.
Oh no!
They really did one on me.
That was easier than I thought.
This isn't unexpected.
I didn't get a level up from that.
That stone. It looks like the one Alan had. Celine, let's get back to the village. I'm worried about Egress.
No. The safety of the children is our first priority.
Celine!
I don't want anyone else to die today. Wouldn't saving the children be the one thing to do in order to prevent that from happening?
Celine.
Claude!
Rena!
What is that?
The symbologist that was at the Elder's house. The real him, that is.
That was the bandit's boss, wasn't it?
What are you doing here, Rena?
We just rescued the children from the house they were being held in.
Really?
You took this guy by yourself?
That's right. With some help from Celine, of course.
I see. Rena wasn't lying after all.
What do you mean?
The day we cross swords may not be so far away. I look forward to it. I apologize for my rudeness earlier. You probably wouldn't be a drag on me after all.
What's he talking about, Rena?
Diaz.
Time is of the essence. We must return to the village.
You're right. I hope Egress is all right.
He had taken several powerful spells at point-blank range. It'd be a miracle if he opens his eyes again.
I'm sure he'll recover if Rena gets to him in time.
Ah, yes, with her healing spells. Indeed. Such power is unheard of in our village.
Egress has regained consciousness.
Oh, has he?
I think he'll be fine once he gets some rest.
Well then, I'll go see how he's doing.
So that symbologist was the real culprit all along.
There was no way for us to know since he disguised himself as one of the victims.
I'm really impressed, though. You defeated the bandit boss all by yourself.
Not by myself. Celine was the key to the whole thing.
Even so, Diaz was really impressed.
I'm sure his skills are still way beyond anything I have. That's the impression I get, anyway.
Claude?
Huh?
It's easy to lash out against someone, but it's hard to accept them as an equal. If he was praising me, even just a little, that just means he's that much better than I am with a sword.
Yeah, he's better than Edge and his constant
I think I'm starting to understand what you see in him, Rena.
reflection rather than just like,
Why do you have to be that way, Claude? Diaz is like the big brother I never had. You're getting the wrong idea, and I don't like it.
Oh, really?
We're here right now because we're investigating the sorcery globe, right? You haven't forgotten, have you?
I don't like it, Claude, that you're imagining me and Diaz in some intimate
Rena.
sexual positions.
What?
That stone that Alan had with him.
Oh, really? It's not like that?
I hope you find your mother.
Thank you.
Can't stop imagining myself being cuffed.
Hold it!
Celine!
I wasn't going out that way.
What are you doing? Are you planning to leave without even saying goodbye?
I mean, I tried, but you guys were
That
so
wasn't
correct
exactly
about
what
it.
we intended, but
I
That's
tried.
not so different from DS, is it?
I'm sorry, what? I was right there, and you guys were just still, oh, I did talk to you, Celine. Rude ass.
well, we can't afford to spend too much time here. The sun's just about ready to set.
Why don't you stay over for the night? I need to repay you two for all that you've done.
No thanks, we're not into,
Are you sure it's okay?
what you're trying to suggest.
Are you forgetting that you two are the heroes of the day?
Heroes, huh?
Of course. To whom are we going to express our gratitude if you two just run off like this?
Diaz didn't say where he was going, did he?
I think you'll find him soon enough. He may not like dealing with others, but he causes chaos everywhere he goes, regardless.
True.
Now then, you two are going back to my place. Come on, come on!
Thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh, not at all. I'm just happy you enjoyed it.
Are you feeling all right?
Fit as a fiddle, and it's all thanks to Rena. By the way, I hear you're on your way to Harley.
That's correct. We intend to travel across the sea to Licour and find passage there to the land of El.
The land of El?
Is there a problem?
I heard where you're going over dinner. You're after the sorcery globe, aren't you?
That's where it is.
Yes. Could I ask you for your thoughts on the sorcery globe, Igris?
This is just my personal opinion, but I believe it might be some form of energy entity.
Energy entity?
Yes. And if that were the case, then perhaps whatever energy it's emitting is affecting all the animals in the area and turning them into monsters.
Does energy work like that?
Well, it's just one of many possibilities.
Do you have any other thoughts?
I suppose the easiest explanation is that it's simply a normal meteorite. But that doesn't really explain all the phenomena we've had in the ensuing weeks. Are you sure you want to proceed into El immediately after landing on Licour? I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
What do you mean, Father? Why wouldn't it be?
You're working on far too little information right now. My suggestion would be to gather more intelligence in Licour before traveling to El. There's a fine line between courage and recklessness. Do you understand?
Certainly. That sounds like a good idea.
Well, you're leaving early tomorrow, right? Best get to bed soon. I can smell something whenever you're around.
You can smell me?
Oh, yeah, I guess I haven't bathed lately.
I don't think that's what he means.
No, that's not what I meant. I suppose it's my symbologist's instincts kicking in. But I'm starting to understand why everyone thought you were the hero.
Oh, not at all, Igris. I'm nowhere near the all-powerful hero people think that I am. It's just that, you know, Rena and Celine are giving their all out there every day. I'd feel bad if I didn't try at least as hard as they do.
For Claude, his imposter syndrome.
Rena and Celine. I personally would have stopped at Rena.
Lol.
Oh,
I think you're much more than you think you are. That power of Rena's doesn't bother you at all, and that's the way it should be. Well, I'd better not keep you up any longer. You should get some sleep for the trip tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks for seeing us off like this.
You have been a great help to me. Accompanying you to the village outskirts is the least I can do.
Well, time to get going.
Take care of yourselves on the road.
Assisting you out to my front door is the least I could do.
If Elle looks too dangerous, I don't want you to risk your lives.
Please be careful. If things are looking too dangerous, don't think twice about turning back.
Don't worry, I've got Claude with me.
That's true.
Where do you think we should aim for after landing on Liqueur?
Liqueur Kingdom should be your first stop, I suppose. It's the biggest country on the continent. You'll be able to find all the latest information, not to mention a wider selection of weapons.
I just remembered. There's something in Liqueur I want you to do for me.
What is it?
Could you ask one of the linguists in Linga to decipher this book for me?
This? The book you found in Cross Cave?
Yes. The Elder was stumped by it as well, so the only thing left to do is consult with a scholar about it.
So where's this Linga, then?
A town in Liqueur. It's famous for its wealth of scholars.
All right, we'll take care of it.
Linga is on the southern tip of Liqueur. If I were you, however, I'd head for Liqueur Castle first.
Well, thanks for all your help.
Shall we set off for Liqueur, then?
Alright, and now let's do our PAs, and then I'll be done for tonight. Okay, so coming here does a couple things. It unlocks Ashton.
Have you heard about
We're not getting
the
Ashton
dragon
though.
making the rounds in Selva? Spooky.
In Salva?
Ah, yes, the dragon in Salva. I've been hearing reports of dragon sightings for a while now, but I guess it's not just a rumor.
Great. First Alan and now this?
Crap.
Do you know any more about this dragon?
Well, apparently they're trying to find someone to slay the monster for them. Of course, that announcement made about 1 million people head for Salva, so the problem might already have been solved by now.
Weird. I'd kind of like to find out more about this.
We are, but we're not.
Well, either way, you won't find me going near the Salva mines anytime soon. Besides,
we're getting opera.
You guys wouldn't stand a chance against a dragon. I tell you, if I were 10 years younger, that dragon would have been toast by now.
Sure thing, Gramps. Alright, so yeah. Coming here unlocks Ashton. If you wanted to get Ashton, you go back to Salva. We're going back to Salva anyway, so we can see if Ruddle is there. Oh, I forgot they do put these little PA things there just in case. Well, going to Salad Mountain still. We are just going to go to the games. This is Luna. And I will see you guys later. Bye!